All right, estimations sometimes can be quite difficult if you're looking at a picture and you understand it. We're looking at figure 16 at page 55. And they say I got to go back and read it. Let's take a look. Figure 16, page 55, F prime at 1, I'm sorry, right over here. And what do you get over there? Put a tangent line in. And the tangent line looks horizontal to me. So I'm going to say F prime at 1 looks like it has a slope of 0, just by looking at it. All right, now F prime at 2, this is over here. This is more difficult for me, and I'll tell you why. I'm looking at it, and I got to come up with 2 points in that line. So I'm going to say 1 point, which is clear as day to me, is going to be 2, comma 2. Relatively simple to do. Now I'm looking around for another point that's easy for me to do, and I'll be honest with you, I really don't see a point that's really easy to do. So I want to do, I don't know, and again, you're going to see there might be disagreement between people about what the best point to choose is. But I'm going to choose, let me take a look. I'm kind of looking around for something that looks pretty obvious to me. I'm going to take this point over here. Now, someone says I took a different point. You take the point you like. But I'm going to take the other point I'm going to take is going to be 0.5. That's the x value. And what's the y value there? I'm going to say, again, roughly speaking, I don't know. I'm going to say 0.8. Maybe not. 0.6. Let me just take a look at that again. I'm sorry, no, that's incorrect. 0.5 to 1, that's a distance over there. It's, yeah, about 0.8. I'm going to say that. All right, let me look at it again before I make any commitment to it. I'm going to say it looks a little bit more than halfway up, right, between 0.5 and 1. And halfway up would be 0.75. And I'm going to say it's a little bit more than half up, so 0.8. So let's put the slope down, the change in y. And I'm going to do it maybe a little differently than most people do it, but I'm going to say 2 minus 0.8. And at bottom, it would be 2 minus 0.5. All right, let's put f prime at 2 down. And again, this is an estimate. I'm not going to say everyone's going to agree on the same number, but they should be relatively in the same area. All right, 2 minus 0.8 is going to be 1.2. And I'm sorry, 2 minus 0.5 is 1.5. So I'm going to say it's 12/15. How'd I do that? Multiply top bottom by 10. I'm going to divide through by 3. I would get 4/5. And I'm going to say this is about 0.8. All right? So I'm going to say f prime at 2, in my estimation, is around 0.8. All right, around 0.8. Let's go back to the key, and I think there's a mistake in the key, actually. Oh, I'm sorry, no, there's no mistake in the key. All right, I was looking at the wrong answer. I see it over here. Right, now someone says, how did they get that? Well, that's a far more precise estimate. But what I was doing, just using one decimal place, and I'm going to say we're in line. Like 0.75 is roughly 0.8. We're both in agreement, by the way. One's more precise than the other. No, maybe one day I used a ruler to do it, and I was more precise in the measuring of it. Another day I used my eyeball to measure it, all right? And there's something about that these are still going to be estimates, but they're both good. Thank you.